You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast, the official podcast of jaysjournal.com and fansided.com, where we discuss all things Toronto Blue Jays baseball. We'll talk about news, rumors, and game recaps. So whether you're a diehard fan or just getting started with the team, this is the podcast for you. Here's your host, Craig Borden, with co-hosts Jason Lyons and me, Ken Alfred. You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast.
Good evening, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to another evening of just kind of goofing around and having some fun with some baseball cards and whatnot. So I guess the first thing I need to do is show you the fun that we're having here because we got all sorts of wonderful stuff laying around here around the lab right now, other than the fact that I'm going to grab a beer here in a minute before we get going too far. So let's just talk this. We got this giant pile of baseball cards here that I've been in my basement ever. I'm looking forward to actually diving back into them. I've only ever looked again at the one box that's here on the bottom that currently has a lot of my Blue Jay players in it. But tonight, the idea was we were going to talk about what's going on in this box, was the one I picked out. And in this box, we have all sorts of stuff. And this is where I figured we're going to focus our time a little bit tonight because I think these are mostly Dad's old baseball cards mixed in with a bunch of mine from back in the day. And I don't remember any looked at it at all. I haven't looked at anything anywhere in a while, but it stood out to me right off the bat. There's all these old school penny sleeves, two hard plastic things mixed into here. So what's in the box? That is the question. So before we get too far into diving into that box here in the lab and what's not, I did have some stuff here that I did see from I actually did have some Topps Chrome packs I opened with the family over on Christmas and had a really good time doing that with the family. But in the midst of that, like I said, was not expecting to get some of the cards that I opened a couple with all of you a couple weeks ago. But right off the bat, I thought this was an omen with how bad the Blue Jays off season's been. Pulling a Teoscar Hernandez refractor rainbow card, that was fun right off the bat. And then I found a rookie debut of Christopher Morel. That was the day he actually hit his first major league home run and his only at bat. It was a fun story, and I love that these cards for those Major League Baseball debuts actually have story for that sitting right here on the screen. If you all see it. It was a mere 113 miles an hour exit velocity for a game home run. And this one hurt after as much as I thought that Teoscar Hernandez one was a wonderful piece of culture to have as far as the Blue Jays offseason, how bad it's been. All of a sudden, Moreno, after all that, kind of stunned because of the fact that Blue Jays fans were just getting used to him being a catcher for the rest of a little bit. And then next thing you know, he's the Arizona Diamondbacks best player, it seems like. At least that's how it seems the story had went. But that was a really cool card, seeing the Blue Jay. And another one here. And this is where the whole pack and the whole everything. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the reflection off of the cards here so y'all can see better. This card, rookie debut again, Jordan Walker. He didn't quite have the same rookie debut, but it was against the Blue Jays, funny enough. But yeah, but either way, our 1-for-5, 22 years Major League Fit. Really cool stuff right off the season start, and then it gets into Jordan Walker, future star. Then we get this really cool Fans of the Game card. This was a whole series that was in the Topps Chrome. That is really, really cool. But the nice thing is, there it is, rookie card again. Then we got another rookie card, Corbin Carroll. I actually pulled this one a few weeks ago as well. Second one I got on that one. And Mr. MVP himself, Raul Acuna Jr. They're always good for that. And this last card, Blue Jays fans, this one also stung a little bit, but I have enjoyed watching the return that we got from the other gentleman that's on this card. This is a gentleman that we got for trading for Jose Rios. So, and not only is it a wonderful, awesome, cool card like that, not only is it a rookie card and a refractor of the greenest of green varieties, it is a SWR signed, top certified autograph rookie card. So this one was actually 40 of 199. So this was stamped, has everything cool going for it, and I'm actually very happy with that collection. one of those ones that definitely gonna be holding on for a while. So, I had to share when we were over the last week, maybe before we got going tonight, and the fact that, like I said, it's time to crack a beer really quick while we're hanging out here because we got to. So, this is from my friends at I Got Mugs. If you have not seen them, make sure you check them out. It's a wonderful beer opener, nice and gripped. Make sure you get your 2 cents fastball while you're getting your beer open. Works out really well. Like I said, all sorts of good stuff going on here. So let's just grab something at random. I think I want to start with those wax penny sleeves up here at the front and see what the hell we have going on. They're sleeved for whatever reason. Somebody had some kind of fun with it. Oh, that makes me happy right off the bat. But wow, these are really old penny sleeves. Let's take a look down here as we get down on the bench. Start off right with off the bat with a Blue Jay and Lloyd frickin' Mosby. I love Lloyd Mosby, but you can see how old this penny sleeve is, nice and wrinkled. So this actually might be yeah, okay. I was thinking it was a little sooner than that, judging by where Don Roster was, but this was a really cool card just to have anyways because I love Lloyd Mosby. It just gives you any idea how old these cards are and probably when they went through. Probably Fingers, Hall of Famer, Brewers, 10 cents, because I'm sure that's exactly a 10-cent card anymore. Especially with this guy, like I said, one of the best closers in Major League Baseball history, Raleigh Fingers. And if you haven't seen a real picture of him, I know you can't really see it in this picture, but he has probably one of the best mustaches in the game. Full handlebar makes it really very fun. And then there you go. There's a Blue Jay right there that actually deserves a better Hall of Fame chance. And that is Dave frickin' Steve, marked down from 20 cents back in the day when this one was. So 19, this has got to be an 86. Yeah, 1986. So there's a fun one for you. I love how some of these old Topps baseball cards, they actually have Pocket Baseball, which used to be a show when I was a kid in the 90s and late 80s too. Uh, what's going on in the game. It was kind of like what the kids does on the MLB Network and whatnot these days. But that's really cool. First pitch in the Blue Jay history to earn a victory was Jerry Johnson, who defeated the White Sox 9-5, and that was a snow bowl game, by the way. That was the first game in Toronto ever in baseball. Oh, Ken, I'm gonna have to send you this one. That is a Kelly Gruber rookie card. There you go. Doesn't quite have the mullet as much as he would there in the background. It's a little disappointing, but obviously Kelly Gruber would go on to be one of the best players that we had at third base over the years. Kelly Wayne Gruber. That was another thing that we used to do on baseball cards that they never do anymore. Middle names. This is a really cool card. It's so weird that it actually does show a few games in Toronto, back and forth from Syracuse to Buffalo, because he was a Rule 5 draft pick too, people. So he was actually not in the Blue Jays system for very long, other than those 2 seasons right there. So really, really cool. And I'm just seeing that my dad had a continued love of the Blue Jays even back then. So we had a really funny looking George Bell commercial or the hat here. Not to mention different spelling. So this is really early in his career. This might be a rookie card. Nope. A few years in. Also another guy from the Blue Jays that was a Rule 5 draft pick as well. Blue Jays had back in the day an uncanny ability to be able to, I'll say, pilfer and steal other players from other teams and be able to just make something out of them. You know, to that point, they did a very good job of recruiting, Latin American players and being able to find those guys. But these are just some cool cards to the fact that, like I said, I didn't even know what was going to be in this box. I'm already very, very happy with this whole entire box I got over here to my left. I haven't even gotten that far into it. Jack Morris. That's a slightly young card, Jack Morris. Doesn't even have the mustache yet. Yeah, I guess maybe a little bit there. But another 30-cent card from back when. This is actually stuck to another card because these plastics are so nice. I was wondering what was going on there because I was looking at the back here. I'm like, this is a rookie card, and it says Lloyd Mosby on it. So there is a Lloyd Mosby first full Major League Baseball card there because I don't think they made a Topps card for him in 1980. Didn't come up with a team, so there you go. So that's really cool one. I love Lloyd, as we talked about a minute ago. So next is Jack Morris card. Oh wow, I never thought in a million years that would have had as many years on that card as it does because of how young Jack Morris looks in that picture. And there's the right there, Jesse Barfield is one of my favorite cards as a kid. And I got multiples of this and probably some of those other boxes. That's just an epic card right there for his Blue Jays years. And this is actually a driver 88 and our 1986 card. This one is. I loved these wood cards back in the day. Ruben Sierra. I don't know if anybody's gotten the chance to ever see Ruben Sierra that might be listening. You want to see a guy with a funky baseball swing, check out Ruben Sierra. It makes everything look very, very odd. It's a second year card too for him. Yeah, as became a Major League Baseball player with the Texas Rangers, obviously, but in the midst of that, he played for many teams, including having some big home runs. Unfortunately, he's against the Blue Jays in the late 90s. 40 I'll see every day. Tom Seaver, Boston Red Sox card, obviously known for being Mr. Met for a million years, as you would see on this baseball card, just constantly down the ways there. There you go. There's focus. 1967 all the way to 1983. Oh, nope, I take it back. He had 5 years with the Reds there too. But anyway, this is near the end of his career, and that obviously is another Hall of Famer. So that's a really cool one. And now Ken is always talking about Kelly freaking Gruber on the actual podcast. This is my favorite Blue Jay of all time outside of Roberto Alomar, but there's all sorts of problems there right now. So we won't touch that one. 1906, Don Ross, Jimmy Key. I loved Jimmy Key. Very simple delivery, great pitcher. Had some really good years for the Blue Jays, including these couple that were the beginning of his career. Then 3.0 ERA in 35 games right there was his real push. That was obviously during the draft for 1985, where the Blue Jays unfortunately just missed the playoffs. So, and then the Martian Man himself, because I don't know if anybody's been following Jose Canseco or not well lately, but him and his brother have become ghost hunters. Because why the hell not? But very cool old 1986 card, Sluggers. Oh, it's a clear card. I didn't see which one it was at the bat. Clearly, it was a apparently used to be a buck 40. MLB best 5 of 44 in this card set. And this is actually a second year Jose Canseco card. So that's funny that it's already a baseball's best. And obviously very young Jose Canseco with a 302 batting average is what it was posting here. Blue Jays fans remember him for being one of the very few 40-40 Blue Jays that ever had 40 home runs and stole 40 bases. And that was Jose Canseco in a nutshell. I remember meeting Jose as a kid. There's actually a baseball card somewhere in that pile of baseball cards that has an autograph from Jose Canseco in it. That man reached out to me with his hand with World Series rings on it, and it was like it swallowed my hand up at the age of 6, 7, whichever it might have been. Like Wit, not quite sure why that one is mixed in with all these great players. It's a good player, but not as good as some of these other ones that we were talking about here. Another George Bell card. This might be a rookie card too. Nope, a couple years after. But really, this was his peak. This is where he came into his own, George Bell in '86. So George Bell obviously being one of the best Blue Jays of all time. Speaking of best of all time, story that could have been with Daryl Strawberry. Obviously, drugs, alcohol, and a million and one things being in New York cause all sorts of things for a player. Daryl Strawberry eventually conquered his demons, came back to Major League Baseball, won a World Series with the New York Yankees. But him and Doc Gooden, if you haven't had a chance to ever look it up, young ones, Daryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, probably could have easily been the two best players in baseball history if they were able to not live up to the nickname that they had of the Toxic Twins would be the best way I could say it. Get the light back out here again. Another Jimmy Key card. That is the windup I remember. 100%. That wicked arm whip that he would get from the left side. I always loved those Blue Jays jerseys. Second year card. Same thing as the other ones, just different tops variant. Another Hall of Famer. Look at that. George Frickin' Brett. George being obviously one of the better baseball players in history. This guy just couldn't hit. No, only a slight bit of tobacco going on there. This is pretty well career too, point, as you see. This is definitely after the pine tar incident. Oh, that's a fun one. You gotta love a Cal Ripken. This is a different weird pack too. This is actually, I think, a baseball tape sleeve because it's opening up from the side. You know, when you used to card collect, you would also put them into a book. There you go, Cal Ripken. It's actually not too early in his career though, but there's where the streak started, everybody. Right there. 162 games, led the league, is what Diamond says. So this was very early in the beginning of the streak for the Ripken Iron Man 40-cent card. That all the Terminator. Oh, Blue Jays fans were horribly robbed by the fact that we didn't get to watch Tom Hankey be the closer in 1993, but we gave a substitute. Dwayne Ward obviously did a great job for the Blue Jays and for years to come, but how do you pass up the Terminator at that point? We needed to keep him. It did, we lucked out, my thought. But Tom Hankey, I love that look. That is the classic Tom Hankey Terminator with the glasses. Very cool card. This is actually the year after we acquired him from the Texas Rangers. 1980. We had 13 saves there. I forget who was. Oh, Candy was still closing, so that was the difference. There's another would-be Hall of Famer if there wasn't certain levels of kind of being a giant jerk slash, steroids and other things going on possibly. Roger Clemens is another one that, like I said, I got a couple cards stuck together here. So let's see what we peel out of here. How did those two ever get paired together? It's slightly surprising. Two of the best strikeout pitchers of all time here in Roger Clemens and Nolan Ryan. Very, very, very cool card. I love that pink, purple 70s color from that around there. So this has got to be a 1975. Just trying to remember when that, obviously before my time, but at the end of the day, Nolan Ryan being a classic Hall of Famer. Apparently also actually nicknamed Lynn. Or Lloyd Mosby. There's that classic load up. Baseball fans, kids, if you're ever looking for a way to bat ready, Lloyd Mosby's swing and how he loaded, awesome. Can't be a very good role model to be able to figure out how to hit from. Same thing with his teammates, Jesse Barfield. There's a record breaker card from Roger Clemens. Very early, young, studly looking George Brett. This has got to be a 1970s tops. 1982. So just a little dated looking. It's amazing that this card being when it's from 1982, that already at that point, George Brett had been playing a plethora of years in Major League Baseball. This would have been his 8th season card at that point. Another George Brett. You can tell my dad might have liked George Brett. Another one, 1985. Cool card. I loved this. Actually, this year's um, Topps cards from 2023, they started doing this logo again for quote unquote retro cards. So that was really cool to see. And Hermack, nah. Another guy with an amazing swing. If he didn't have some health issues late in his career, it would have been very interesting to see where Eric Davis went. Before Ken Griffey Jr., this guy was Ken Griffey Jr. Crazy athlete, tons of speed, stole crazy amounts of bases along with hitting home runs. This is very early in his career at this point. If you play MLB The Show, you might have seen this card. MLB The Show actually does a really, really cool job video game wise every year of finding really cool guys like Eric Davis to actually have. Um, After he fought cancer and came back with the Baltimore Orioles, that was one of the coolest games I remember watching as a kid because it was so momentous that he came back and actually had a very kind of almost Cal Ripken-esque night that night. Had a couple of home runs in his first week back. Really cool. Loved Eric Davis. There it is, the Chicken Man. I don't know how much you all know about Wade Boggs, but Wade Boggs is known for not only being an amazing Major League Baseball player, since the reason he's in the Hall of Fame, but Wade Boggs used to have a ritual that he would eat nothing but lemon chicken before every ball game. Very superstitious, but it worked. Like I said, he got to the Hall of Fame, has a World Series ring with the New York Yankees, unfortunately, even though he's known as being Mr. Red Sox. Um, really cool. Wade Boggs is still to this day a very big pop culture person. He has actually been on the show that It's Sunny in Philadelphia a few times, and it's been very, very hilarious at the same time. We already talked Jack Morris a little bit earlier, but there it is. Mustaches and grown in a little bit more on this 1986 Topps. No, sorry, 1987 Topps. But really cool. I love the wood grain of these cards. This looks like a baseball card, baseball bat, perfect game, right? Another Nolan Ryan, Glenn Braggs. Assuming my dad was looking for whatever reason to complete a set. There's a Barry Larkin rookie card, I think. No shit, it is 100% a Barry Larkin rookie card. Um, I've had the pleasure of meeting Barry Larkin when I was in Cincinnati as a kid. A really cool guy. That was actually the year he won the MVP. The funny thing is, later we got his autograph before the game, my brother and I, and then after the game, we were waiting around talking, and Jim Leyland, of all people, was the Marlins coach that year. It was the year the Florida Marlins actually won the World Series. Came over and just gave us an autograph on our Barry Larkin covered in Cincinnati Reds program. Really cool stuff. But that is an awesome card that I am definitely gonna have to put in a sleeve here because you don't see Barry Larkin cards. And we're gonna get it out of this older penny sleeve here without wrecking anything. Make sure we're not gonna wreck something. 'Cause this is actually in really, really damn good shape. I'm quite impressed that over the years it just held up in there. Love Barry Larkin. It's a really cool card to just have. That was already the main one we're gonna be happy to keep for this, or not keep, but happy to figure out what we can do with now. Get some of these fun ones out of the way as I take a quick beer drink here. So, Blue Jays fans, if you happen to be listening, obviously, there is all sorts of fun stuff to be had in Blue Jay land, as we're going to be talking about this coming week on Jaybird Watching. Um, lately, because of the lack thereof of anything baseball going on for the Toronto Blue Jays, this has been my vice. I buy new ones, going to card shows. You saw the room I'm sitting in. I've been remodeling. Literally, Corey Snyder, after peaking a rookie a year, I don't remember hearing Corey Snyder's name ever again. So, I'm going to put that over there. David Giddy, Yankees, obviously. A very good pitcher for them for a kind of short time frame, nothing crazy. There you go. I think, Blue Jays fans, unfortunately, are getting to know this guy's, son a little bit too much here as I'm trying to unpeel a few things that are stuck together. This would be Bobby Witt Senior. Bobby Witt Jr. as the, it's a rookie card, actually, of Bobby Witt too. That's pretty good. Bobby Witt Jr. playing for the Kansas City Royals, obviously making it very difficult for us lately in his first few seasons. Gary Gaetti, this guy used to hit bombs, monster bombs. He's a third baseman. So that's a different card. I don't think I'm gonna be too happy dumping that one in the good pile though. Keith Hernandez. Many of you guys are watching the Seinfeld show. He was the second spitter on the grassy knoll, but other than that, he is a wonderful baseball player. Mets fans are very obviously happy to have had Keith Hernandez as long as they did. There's many reasons that they got to where they got to over those years. Another Gary Gaetti and that stellar Davis Schneider looking bit there. See, everybody wonders why Davis Schneider has such a cool mustache. You got cool guys like that to lean on to pull an idea from. Ah, look at GOAT. Tony freaking Fernandez. I love Tony Fernandez. This is where he started his little streak here. There's a weird year that the Blue Jays actually played 163 games in 1986. Unfortunately, didn't end the way they wanted. But that is a really cool card. That's different. I don't remember them doing these kind of cards. A couple Pete Roses here. they're actually kinda like 4 cards in 1 each. That's different. Cool way the history of a player here. There's a whole other pile of stuff in here, and there's a bunch of cards shoved into this set. Ah, he's got every Pete Rose. One of these looks like, because you would think that that's probably about the career of Pete Rose there across in baseball cards. So you got 1967 starting on this one to 1970, so that means this one is the second one. So then before that, we gotta find one that goes 86. There's 86, 85, the year I was born, 1984, and then we go into the yeah, he's oh, looks like oh, no, these are what if it's the 5 card set? Oh, missing a couple numbers there. 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 7. It's really cool though. I didn't know they did cards like that back in the day. Have to check those ones out online too. Back to this wonderful pile that we were going through here. The Ozman. Love Ozzie Smith. Well, we actually opened up a card of him the other day, I think, when we were looking through those Panini Prisms. So coolest guy on the planet back in the day, right there, Ozzie Smith. Broke a record that year, but most consecutive starts. Don't remember ever hearing that name at any point. Another Gary Gaetti card. Classic Dave Steeb. I'm gonna have to lock that one up. Tony Fernandez out here too. So I want to put that in the sleeve. I love Tony Fernandez. Tim Raines, The Rock. I loved watching Tim Raines play baseball. And unfortunately, when I was a kid, I didn't get a chance to really see him play in his Expos years. He was playing for the Chicago White Sox the years that we were playing against them in the World Series, going to the World Series. I mean, but that's a really cool card. I'm wondering if he actually put that one out. Looks like he thinks he got all of it. Oh, these were always really cool cards that they did back in the day. Diamond Kings. So you got George Brett. This was a whole set that they always put the best of the best in baseball and immortalize them in more of an art form rather than it just being a normal everyday baseball card. George Brett, that brave, great Dale Murphy. You can sure if I know who that gentleman is. There's the mustache, perfectly preserved. 1989 Donruss, Jack Morris. It's a second Dale Murphy. Kirby Puckett. I loved Kirby Puckett as a kid. Not the tallest guys in the world, Kirby Puckett, but that man could play. Kevin McReynolds stuck to the back of it. There you go. Elder statesman Dave Winfield of the 1992 World Series. Dave Winfield was the one that we acquired, and actually, funny enough, they didn't hold on to after 1992. After he had an amazing season, he ends up going back to Minnesota, his hometown, and has a great season for them. But that's when we got Paul Molitor as a free agent. We saw that as an upgrade, I guess. But at the end of the day, Dave Winfield was stellar for us too. Great pitcher for the Houston Astros, and there's a cool one. George Bell spelled with a G this time. George Bell, what a cool card. Roger Clemens, Jimmy Key staring in. That's going to get us to the end here. Once I can figure out how to get these two that are stuck together apart, because I think it's like Tony Gwynn stuck to it. There we go. Tony Gwynn. The world was horribly shaken by having Tony Gwynn taken from us early. One of the coolest and nicest men in baseball, and Mr. Padre, obviously. Played his whole career with the Padres and had a amazing career. Too many batting titles. The guy was literally a walking batting title. So what else is in the box? Grab there's a couple of these big cards here. Let's bring up that, and before we take a peek at it, there's another one here. Oh, is there any other pieces? Nope, that's got nothing. Those also have nothing in. Okay, let's see why these two are so special. Turn this back so we can all see. Well, I can see why one of them is by this name that's on the back. I would assume many of you don't know who Vincent Edward Jackson is, but that would be none other than oh, it's his rookie card. Oh, why was this hiding? Rated rookie, Bo Jackson, 1987 Donruss. Once again, I mentioned earlier that Eric Davis may be one of the coolest athletes on the planet. Um, no, Bo Jackson was the coolest athlete on the planet, and if you're looking for something funny to watch, on YouTube, I know they have it. There's an interview with, or not an interview, but Bo Jackson was at the, training camp for it was the Chicago White Sox, actually, and Adam LaRoche, first baseman. His son is sitting there at camp and he happens to run into Bo Jackson, and Bo Jackson asks him, "Do you know who I am?" Bo going, "Hey, what's up?" Being very friendly and whatnot. Um, had a really cool conversation with him. He goes, "Yeah, I used to do everything on a baseball and a football field." And that hence the reason the old ads go, "Bo knows football, Bo knows baseball." And obviously, as Blue Jays fans, we've gotten the whole privilege of being able to see Bo Bichette, who has been, you know, Bo knows Blue Jay baseball. Ooh, another rookie card? It's gotta be. It's Kirby Puckett, but there's only 1 season of Twins on it. Might be his actual because back in the day, you wouldn't have all the rookie card built up front. You would get a rate accent every once in a while. But this, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the Topps powdered blue Kirby Puckett baseball card that was his rookie card, at least the most sought after one. It is. That's why it's this cool case. Not a slab, it's a definitely like a pinch case, but as long as that card is pretty and immaculate, that is Kirby Puckett's original rookie card from Topps. I love that old logo that they still have in the outfield for the Twins. That is awesome. I'm loving it. I can't believe that this and a Bo Jackson were just 6 degrees from each other in this box. And I had no idea. So they've been sitting in the basement, by the way, just for everybody's, you know, frame of mind and everything. Probably since I bought this house 5, 10 years ago in that ballpark. Those are probably gonna be the best out of this whole box. And like I said, slightly crazy, awesome at the same time. I just realized I didn't go live on Instagram, so I guess we're gonna just repost this later. But hope you're all enjoying. A few of you popping in and out. I don't know why my stream all of a sudden is just not taking up the whole screen, but we can do that really quick. Guess we can pick up. I don't want to kick you all out too soon, especially after that bombshell of finding, you know, rookie card for Bo, or you want to say Bo Jackson and Kirby Puckett. Let's see. Where am I feeling here? It's gonna be a mantra here. There's a fun one. Baseball cards used to come with these awesome stickers at the end of the day. It looks like I get to have fun being this guy again, putting these all over the house because I remember as a kid opening up these 1990-ish clear. These look brand freaking new. Yeah, I was right. 1990. There's the copyright right there. Yeah, trivia and everything. Whenever there's any Blue Jay stickers in here. Knowing how my baseball card boxes look, my dad gave me all the Blue Jay stickers. Oh, there's one. Check that out. All the team logos. They're very cool. Never in a million years guessed that there's unstuck stickers somewhere in this box. The rest of these are probably gonna turn them up. This would be where some of my stuff got stuck in here. Freaking Spider-Man cards. There's a cool one. Tom Glavine, 1991, I'm guessing. From those jerseys, Tom Glavine. Stadium Clubs also didn't start until about 1991. So, yep, 1991 is a really cool Tom Glavine card. Put that in the pile. Apparently, my dad stuck my baseball cards from Fairport Little League in here. That's just fun. Apparently, I'm in with the pros, everybody. Or at least all these bums that are around this spot in the buttons. Let's show my family that one. Steve Avery. That was a good card back in the day. He's one of the main monsters in that Atlanta Braves starting rotation back in the day. Another Spider-Man card. Got up later too. I have no idea if those are worth anything. Not sure if I remember Doug Linton. Steve Finley. There's a good one. Astor was great. Butler. That name might sound familiar to some Blue Jays fans. We almost traded for him a few times. Blue Jay oldie, Greg Myers. There you go. Played with the Blue Jays a couple of times. Chris Pazio. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in a million years. Some random ones thrown in here. We juggle everybody. Armando Benitez signature card. Blue Jays fans might remember him. He was a monster back in the day for the Baltimore Orioles. Threw nothing but gas. Ooh, a man. Andre Dawson. That's a really cool card. I'm gonna make sure I keep those ones. Andre Dawson. This is one of the things he would do to practice. He would actually go in the batting cage and hit one-handed, right-handed, left-handed. It's a good way to keep your arm strength up, younglings. Jose Rijo, the rookie card from this set. Anybody I can recall? George Williams, Oakland A. Charles Johnson was a hell of a catcher for the at the time World Series champs. Rookie season, 11 home runs, 97 games. Jordan. There's a cool one. Dennis Eckersley. That is a really fun one, especially with a silver signature like that. Probably worth something. Jason Giambi, silver signature, third card. He's numbered differently at all. But nothing crazy, but check out that hair. And there's only a little bit of tobacco or way too much bubble gum in that shake there. Former Blue Jay, riding the trenches. Derek Bell, 1991, 1992 rookie seasons. This guy was coming off the bench for Blue Jays and did really well throughout the years. Ended up having a very, very nice career. Right after this, look at that, 334 batting average in 112 games. Like one of the guys that got away from the Blue Jays outfield there in the early parts of the post World Series years, anyways. I make some piles here that are cards I want to take a peek at later, along with some of these stinkers I keep finding. Jeff King, oh, man, talk about a guy that's known for being in the steroid era there. But Todd Hundley never was the biggest guy and everything, but I think he got lumped into those years. After a year he had 40 home runs. 2 years. This is before that, but he ended up being a monster. Jeff King, Bellinger, Ben McDonald. It's really weird seeing a pitcher with a freaking baseball bat in that baseball card. I think the guy that showed up for the camera day or whatever didn't realize who he was talking to at that point. Kind of like I don't know if all of you've heard the story of Troy Tulowitzki pretended he was a pitcher in the baseball card in spring training when he was with the Blue Jays. Same kind of thing. Glenn Allen Hill. Here's a fun one. That guy used to hit some bombs too. I thought that Robert Person was going to be one of the best Toronto Blue Jays pitchers for a long time. Never made it. Kelling played for a million years. Oh, here's a good Chris Berman. Todd, good housekeeping zeal. There's the old Yankee manager, Joe Girardi. Cool card. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Wow, this one got really cut funny, and of course, that's not a great player. Got topped, literally top card. One of the best closers in honestly baseball history, in my opinion. Troy Percival was a hell of a pitcher. Jason Giambi rookie card there, everybody. that's worth anything because the wonderful steroidisms and everything, obviously, that came in his career. Boone, son or brother of Aaron Boone, the one I actually like. Aaron Boone that we had to deal with and screaming at our guys in New York. Oh, I thought it was Mitch Williams there for a second, not Mike Williams. Tom Howard, Stubbs, well, he was a hell of a pitcher for a while there. Oh, that's a gold card. That's kind of cool. Mike Williams, about five of that guy. Charlie Hayes had a few big got the Yankee home last out in the World Series at one point. El Presidente, that's Martinez, one of the greatest expos of all time. Really cool to see a card from him. I'm gonna look that one up. Put him in the good pile. Oh, look at that basketball cards. Sam Cassell, Bill Wellington, Paul Miller. I'm gonna flip my chair over if I all of a sudden run into like a Jordan that I had no idea was in this box. It looks like we're gonna be out of basketball players in about 5 seconds because apparently we're the top puzzle pieces of Ted Williams. That was a cool puzzle, by the way, back in the day. Jack Daggett. Mark McLemore, gold. John Jaha. There's a fun name for you. Jaha. Oh, there's another Tom Hankey after he rejoined the Cardinals. Totally Radke. Like McFarland, Dan Wilson. For Blue Jays fans, this would have been the Cal Riley equivalent for the Seattle Mariners back in the day. Dan Wilson was that guy that always somehow got a good hit, but he couldn't hit whenever you didn't need it. Had like 200 something every year. Let's pick a different spot in this box. See what we can stumble onto. Hunting, hunting, feeling, searching. There's an insert here. I have no idea who the hell Brett Gates is. There's a couple of rookies in here, though. Brett Gates, Bobby Witt. That card's shit. These old penny sleeves are just, I can't believe they held up at all. There's another one that's an insert. Other than the cool hologram of the Pirates logo, is that actually working for all of you to see? Junior Ortiz, Bobby Kipper. Yeah, that's almost anything. Oops. Knocked over my pile here. Stack three here. Just random spot in the box to see what we stumble onto. That's some weird ones. Year to remember. They used to do these as cool baseball history pieces. So you get the little reflector piece here that shows something, and then you get a story out of it. So different. Old Stadium Club. There's an Ian card. That might be his rookie. Nope, near the beginning of his career, but still curious. A couple of that same card in a row. Tony Pena had a few good years. Mike Greenwell. Brett Saberhagen. Davis. This is something you don't see too much anymore either. Manager cards. Just in case you wanted to get that John Gibbons first year card or whatever it might be. Main prospect. There's a George Brett card, 1991, Upper Deck. That was the year to get the Upper Deck set. That was the first one. I also had Ken Griffey Jr. card, rookie card in it. It is worth usually insane amounts of money. I actually still have that box of that set, brand new, open, shrunk wrapped, everything still at this point. And it's funny because people have been breaking the boxes open to get that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, and because the card's worth more than the set somehow. It's really weird. Back in there. I'm gonna get up to these ones. I think these are old Bowmans that are here. So those might be Usually, for some reason, the Bowman cards in a box are always a little bit taller. See how much those stick up above the other ones? And then here's the fun with the old Bowmans. I can almost read that autograph that they have in there for who this is. Dennis Rasmussen. Oh, yay. Things you don't get in a baseball card set anymore. You don't have to be tortured with checklists. Another manager card. Tim Belcher Rookie of the Year card. That's a Schmitty. Mike Schmidt. It's a leader card, but these were cool too, as they used to show who the league leaders were each year. Be able to see all that, and those kind of gross for all the pitching stuff, along with obviously Mike Schmidt being on a lot of these too. That's got to be Mike Schmidt though. Philly's giant mustache. This one, that's got to be Kyle Davis, Glenn Davis, home run leader from back in the day. More checklists. Bill Bean. That's not the Bill Bean. Old promo cards. Ha! Jim Fregosi. Blue Jays got to beat him up pretty efficiently when he was the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies in 1993, and one of the greatest World Series, in my still opinion, because it was so back and forth. There was a good time there with Lenny Dykstra and this guy kind of beat the Blue Jays in 1993. It's got to be Willie Randolph. Look at all those Yankees that are on that 88 leaders. Yeah, Willie Randolph. Bonds. That might be Bo Jackson, actually. It looks like Bo Jackson. That is 100% Bo Jackson, but it's not showing him on here. There's only so many men in powder blue Royals jerseys that are that large. Ricky Jordan. Now we're gonna be back into these weird old school. Check that out, score. Don't see those in a while. World Hershiser. Jim Sutton, Don Zimmer. I wonder if anything, those kind of manager cards in our Hall of Famer like Don Zimmer are ever worth anything. There's a Blue Jay. It's Johnny O. One of my favorites, John Olerud. Thought that might be his full rookie, but it's not. 1990. One of the very few players in baseball history since the draft was constituted, everybody. John Olerud went right from college baseball to the majors. No minor league baseball. The only thing you'll see on the back of everyone is his baseball card. 1989 goes right to the majors after the draft. So very, very cool. Love John Olerud. It's worth it. Hal Morris. There's a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. Jeff Kent, also known as one of the guys that the Blue Jays let get away. Jeff Kent obviously turned into one of the best second basemen in baseball history. This is pretty early in his career, but there's the big kicker right there, everybody. 65 games with the Toronto Blue Jays. Starting to show some promise. 8 home runs, 240. But he was backing up Alomar those years. So obviously didn't go anywhere. Pulsifer, Joe Oliver, Derek Bell again. Cool card. Martin, Greg Vaughn. That guy was a monster for the Brewers. Doug Jones, Sean Bergman, a couple of Curtis Goodwins. Who we got here? Brian Greaves, TJ Matthews. Unfortunately, don't know either of them, so I'm guessing they didn't go that far. All right. 10 more minutes, folks, and then we're going to wander off. And thank you very much. If you have anything you would like to ask or talk about Blue Jay related or any baseball related things, period, put it in the comments. I'm here to talk. We're also going to be live either Tuesday, Wednesday, or the regular show. We'll talk, obviously, Blue Jays baseball. Oh wow, here's another insert that was not calling anything. It says Cal Ripken on it. That is not Cal Ripken. Let's see who is hiding behind Kelly Downs here. Yeah, that's a cool Cal Ripken classic. It's not quite like this Billy Ripken version of this card, which I'm sure some of you have seen because it's in baseball card lore. Um, because I don't have to be PG-13 on this show. Cal Ripken's brother has a baseball card, Billy Ripken, that is, or this card just says Bill Ripken. That literally says on the knob of the bat is fully displayed to the camera, and it says face on it. So obviously a baseball prank that was played on Cal Ripken's brother at one point. So pulled out these Bowman cards, but there's some other cards in here too. That I think these are the weird ones from Topps. The one couple of years here. These were some short run kind of card that were a little different. So Mark McLemore, how yeah, they're all horizontal. Here's the Rock, Tim Raines again. Jay Buhner. Don't trade Jay Buhner, they said. Yankee fans are still hurt about that to this day, just like how I'm hurt about losing Michael Young and Jeff Kent, and now Gabriel Moreno at this point. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer. There's the if anybody ever gets the Yankee feed, there's the Paul O'Neill. That was probably the year he kicked the baseball, one of the best bloopers in baseball history. Kevin Elster, good ball player back in the day too. Chuck Finley, there's another one. All sorts of not flipped in the right direction. Castillo, Brantley, Glenn Davis, Mike Maddox, now pitching coach, great Mike Maddox, Jeff Franson, and it's cool. It's in the Team USA uniform. Steve Lyons, more known for being an announcer these days than he ever was as a player. I got some old ones here. Yogi, clearly a Yogi Berra card. You can tell 100% that from your face. Just some sweepstakes card from back in the day. I'm gonna put that aside. This is where we get to figure out autographs, or what I always used to do. Oh, there, check that out. What's that one with Mickey on it? It's probably another one of those contest cards. That's still really cool. Never turned it, obviously, so that would maybe worth something. This is what we always used to do with Bowman cards when you didn't know or have any clue who you were looking at, because obviously Bowman being more rookie cards is the other fun catch to that. So make sure they're all facing the right way. Flip them over and start reading the back. Then you don't have to worry about trying to read somebody's signature. Dave Magnin made to the majors. Well, that's the other fun part about these kind of things. There's a Blue Jay. You got him, Jim Kirchie. Another Blue Jay right before that too. I don't remember hearing Jeff Musselman made the majors. Chris Sabo. I wonder if this got the glasses on it. Chris Sabo was known for no, he's squinting. He used to wear the giant basketball like goggles when he was playing baseball. A monster home run hitter for the figure machine there. Lance Parrish. Played for the Blue Jays for a bit. Ooh, Lee Smith. Hall of Famer. It's the same Lee Smith. That's 100% the right Lee Smith. And we're going to definitely put aside. Although this is not the no, this is still yep, Bowen rookie card. Mitchell. He was really good too for a long time. Grace. Ooh, Edgar Martinez. That is a very, very young Edgar Martinez. That's so cool. Andre Dawson. Obviously, this one's not a rookie card. Bowman did some weird things with rookie cards and not being rookie cards there for a while, so there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's some more of those old insert cards. Who do we got? Ricky Ashby, another Mick. Bill Hodges. That's Natural Page. Some cool oldies. Checklist. How was this our old manager, John Farrell? It sure is. That's too funny. Obviously, a guy that wasn't too welcome after asking to be traded from the Toronto Blue Jays. There is a Blue Jay on this other stack here for Bowman. It looks like Kelly frickin' Gruber. I don't know if I need to flip that one over. That face is too easily recognized. So got another rookie card here then that's to show Ken. Very cool. Again, there's another Edgar. Dick Schofield. Played in the majors too. Mike Flanagan. What that's nope, not who I thought it was. Corey Snyder. Big Pete Incaviglia was on the 93 Philadelphia Phillies, and then another guy that was on the 92 Braves, Sid Bream. Dale Murphy. That's gonna be a cool card. So hold on to that one. Juan Bell's not the same as well. Nope. There for that little stripe of bone because they're all mixed in here. I mean, these it's like old times. Jeff Reed. There's another Tim Raines. 1989 Don Ross, a couple of them. Johnny Perez, Andres Galarraga. There's a guy you never see getting cards of. Part of the Blake Street Bombers for the Colorado Rockies. I like how you can almost tell that that card is Otis Nixon. Former Blue Jay Otis Nixon also was against us in the 1992 World Series. Rex Hunler, current manager. It looks like Tim Raines in that. That's that weird batting stance he's got. Dave Martinez, also a coach. A lot of Expos all of a sudden. That's a good team that year too. There's another Andres too. Another Otis Nixon, Dave Martinez, Webster, Damaso Garcia. There's a Blue Jay that you don't see every day. Where's that focusing here? I apologize, everybody. The camera's being kind of there. It goes. Damaso Garcia. A couple of Damasos. Martinez, John Vanderwall, great pinch hitter extraordinaire for many years of his career. Well, I see one that's here. I got to just grab because that's a typical another Presidente, Dennis Martinez. And that's this whole row is jam freaking packed. Let's grab some. Schofield, that's Chili. Got Chili Davis. Bowman card. Yeah, no, it's Chili when it says Chili in his autograph, right? Jack Clark. Should be not the same as Will Clark. That's definitely not Will Clark. 240. All right, that's the last one, everybody. Let's hope for some luck. Yep, another Chili Davis. Dave Winfield from the Angels. That's an old card. Jim Abbott, one of the best stories in baseball history. If you haven't had a chance to read up on Jim Abbott, I highly recommend it. There's a reason that glove looks very awkward, baseball fans, and that's because he didn't have a full hand on that. So he used to like literally change the glove over while he was pitching. It's a really cool thing. And he actually threw a no hitter or a perfect game when he was with the Yankees too. This weird Flair highlighter. Where Blyleven's a Hall of Famer. Sterling was great for a million years. I doubt they're worth anything, but we're gonna put him in the pile anyway. Here's a cool Jim Abbott kids card. Like, things they used to do too back in the day. Wally Joyner, Rob Ducey. It's like all of a sudden this box is actually in order of team for Blind Eleven Gold. Another Jim Abbott. See, that one shows a little bit more what I was talking about. Like I said, he used to just kind of like rest the glove on his like his arm basically, and when he would throw around and turn the pitch, he'd after he released, he quickly put the glove on. He was actually a really, really, really good fielding pitcher too. People rarely take it under granted. Oh, there's a cool one. Jim Edmonds rookie card. Oh, too bad it's a little bent here at the top. Lance Parrish. Maybe there's another one of those mixed in here somewhere. Dante, son of Bo. Or not son of Bo, father of Bo. That's a rookie card, everybody. Games. All right. That's pretty good for our first rip through these packs. Or not packs, this old giant box here that I'm gonna have to put a divider in here to make sure I remember where the hell we left off. These are all the cards that we've looked at this point. Well, so there's still a lot on this box. So we just did that section. Pretty good for a first start. And as far as the takeaways go, hopefully back in an array here without I don't want to bend any of them or in boxes or plastic. That was the good. So there's a good up there of really good cards. Not to mention the two gold finds of Kirby Puckett, rookie card, Bo Jackson, rookie card. Will have to check these out and take them out of their boxes and see if I can get them into something that's actually a little nicer before I get them graded. But those are two cards I should and will be getting graded at some point. Those are really cool cards, and the fact that they're in such good condition, it looks like too. I think it sucks. There's no penny sleeve in that, so hopefully the corners didn't get bent up too bad getting it in there, and we'll find out, I guess. Good stuff. Anyways, outside of that, Blue Jays fans, let's talk to me for a second instead of everybody else. All right. Obviously, it's been very slow Blue Jay baseball, and we have a lot to talk about this week, especially because right now, the biggest question would be where in the world is this team going? Right now, I cannot tell you for the life of me the reason I'm probably going to be starting to drink more if this team can't get something, I mean anything in the right direction for us to be able to do that. So we'll be posting up very soon who and when and where we're going to be for that episode. Probably going to be Tuesday, Wednesday night, and we'll have a good time. And we'll talk some Blue Jays baseball. And until then, obviously, cheers. We'll talk some Blue Jays baseball in the very, very near future. Make sure you check back here Friday evening. And hopefully I'll have my new box of cards back. Otherwise, we'll dig back into this box again. I did order just one of those holiday boxes. It didn't show up in time to talk this week. So that is the exact reason why we were looking through some of the old stuff. And not to mention, like I said, I need a break. I need something that felt good with the fact of missing out on Otani and the only other fun stuff that is going on. So here we are. We had a great time. Hope you enjoyed yourself and like the baseball stories that I happen to know off the top of my head because I did this all live. I had no idea what we were going to get into, and we'll just keep doing that. Otherwise, Blue Jays fans, make sure you tune in and keep following us on social media wherever you could at Birdwatching PC. We are the Jay Bird Watching Podcast, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, at BirdwatchingGC, and our YouTube channel. If you want to support the show and get extra content, please consider joining to our Patreon at patreon.com/birdwatchinggc. Go Jays, go.